Right then, Harry, that's an absolute shocker in the homework last week, but you did get 62 the week before in the test, so let's see if you can better 62. Great to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Factors of 28 are numbers that go into 28 exactly. So you've got 1 and 28, 2 and 14, because 2 times 14 is 28, and 7 and 4. Okay, so those are the factors of 28. That's what they need you to do. 7,000 is correct. 51 is a number in the 50s with a 10 digit of 5, but it's not a prime number because 3 goes into it. So 3 goes into 5 once, remainder 2, 3 into 21 goes 7. So what they're looking for is either 53 or 59. That one's correct, and that's correct as well. So 7, 11 on that first page. That's good, well explained. 10, 6, 11, 8 is good as well, so 7 marks there. There's 4 marks for the graph. You're going to lose 1 mark, and I think you did this last time as well. You need to tell me what this axis is all about. So you either need to call it the frequency or the number of choices made by students, something like that. So the 4 marks available for the graph, you'll get 3 of them. The mode is the choice that is most popular. So the most popular choice is hockey. So you're looking for the median, the way that you've worked that out. So the mode, most popular, hockey. 10 out of 35 is correct. 5 out of 7 isn't. It's 2 out of 7. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay, so you need to be careful. It's not asking you to cancel it down, so leave it as it is. Good. 9 for the page. 50 centimeters, 66 centimeters squared is bang on the money. That is 0.4, that is 30%. Now the easiest way to write fractions is from the percentage, because percent means out of 100. So 40% means 40 out of 100. 30%, 30 per cent. So that's all you needed to do there. So only 2 out of 4 for that. 8 for the page. Take a look how I explain that. That's something that you should be able to do. That's good. $139 is correct. Well done. This one, take a look how I work through that. That again is something that you should be able to work out without too much problems. 5 for the page. 5 out of 12 is correct. Now what you then do here, what this is telling you is that every 12 times the game is played, you would expect 5 wins. So if 60 people play the game, you need to break that down into groups of 12. So how many times does 12 go into 60? 5. And in each of those 5 groups, you would expect 5 winners. So the way you would write that is just 5 out of 12 times 60. And then 60 divided by 12 is 5. So you've got 5 lots of 5 is 25. So you'd expect 5 winners. Watch how I finish that question off, because it is something, it's a type of question that comes up quite a lot. That's good. That's good. So what we're saying here is x divided by 5 is 10. So the opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So to get that x on its own, to get rid of the divide 5, I have to multiply by 5. So that's what we're looking for there. 6 for the page. 2 is a prime number and is even. Okay, you get the mark, but that's more complete. For example, half of 78 is 39. Good. All they're looking for there is that if you've got consecutive numbers, one number and the one before it, one of them will be odd, one of them will be even, and anything times an even gives you an even answer. That's correct. Now, you can write it like that, or you can put those little ones above it. Now, if that was a square number, all of those little numbers, those indexes, the powers, would be even numbers. Those aren't even, so it's not a square number. So to make it a square number, if I multiply it by 2, then that means that would be 2 squared. And if I multiply it as well by 3, that would be 3 squared. Then all the powers would be even, and you have a square number. So you're not just multiplying it by 2, you also have to multiply it by 3. So in effect what you're doing is multiplying by 6. Okay, the crosses were wrong, but then hopefully you heard what I said about they're giving you a group frequency diagram, so you know what you're drawing, and what you've drawn then is correct. So total for the page is 8. 75 is correct. Tom is correct, but your explanation isn't good enough. What you need to be saying in your explanation is, if you look at Billy, his long logs, there's only 10 of them. There's only 10 logs which are greater than 65 centimeters. Whereas Tom has got 30 and 10, he's got 40 logs greater than 75 centimeters. So that's what you need to be saying. So only one mark there. Okay, so you haven't got any of this right. Watch how I explain that on the video, and hopefully it'll make sense, because you should certainly be able to access some of those marks. This one is wrong with you. It isn't opposite angles like that are the same, because they're coming off a different line across the parallel lines. You have to work out what that angle there is, because that and that are the same. And the way that you do that is through this triangle. You know that that's a straight line, so if that's 105, that must be 75. Then you know two angles inside the triangle, so adding the 75 and 50 together, take it away from 180, will give you that angle. Now that angle and that angle are the same, because they're across a pair of intersecting lines. And then that and that angle are the same. So nothing there. And again, take a look at my explanation on the video for that, because although they are the last questions of the paper and therefore quite challenging, hopefully you'll be able to make some progress on them. So 62 last time. Let's see, I don't think you're going to beat 62, but you're not going to be far off. 11, 18, 27, 35, 39, 44, 50, 58, 59, 59. Close. Now, for this paper, you needed to get 61 in order to get a grade C. So unfortunately, that would have been a grade D in that particular year, and you'd have been 2 marks off a C. Now, you can pick up your 2 marks just by learning factors. That's the difference for you between a D and a C. So there's lots of things there you can easily pick up.